Hopkins. Katie, you just heard that story about the Afghan refugee migrant who he injured people with an axe. Angela Merkel invited 2 million migrants into her country. Didn't ask any other European leaders about it, just invited 2 million in, and now this. Surely Angela Merkel, politically, is finished, isn't she?
You'd think, wouldn't you? And certainly these unaccompanied minors, UAMs, or unaccompanied axe murderers, as I'm now calling them. There's 100,000 of them that have come into Europe in 2015 alone. You'd think this would be the thing that would be the ending of Merkel, but not at all. Actually, what's happened is some people are coming out and saying, why did we shoot the axe guy? Why did we shoot him? Why didn't we just injure him? You know, and I think certainly the mood in Europe is a sense of frustration with our reaction to terror. Certainly that truck in Nice, you know, we get a hashtag, we get a vigil, we get a kind of thing in a public square. People hold their little tea candles. We say, pray for Nice, pray for Germany. We're going to stand united. We're going to stand shoulder to shoulder. And then we do nothing. And I think people are sick of it. We've just got reports in now of a mother with 3 daughters stabbed in France because they were scantily clad by a man named Mohammed. I mean, we are just out of control in Europe.
But what you're suggesting is Europe is pretty close to real civil strife. You say you're sick of these terror incidents and sick of our muted response to them. You know, it's dangerous stuff, though, isn't it? I mean, you get a serious response, a reaction to local Muslim populations, and you're talking serious civil strife. Do you really think we're on the verge of that in Europe?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're on the verge of civil war in Europe. It's been predicted now since the start of this year. I'd say by the back end of 2016, certainly the front end of 2017, we will see civil war in Europe. And what you notice here in Cleveland, being in America, in a very secure area, is the strength of your resistance to people challenging and attacking and bringing terror to your country. We don't have that in Europe. We're still opening our arms. We're still embracing them. And when a guy attacks people with an axe on a train, people are saying, why did we not just shoot him in the leg? I mean, for goodness sake, Europe is absolutely pathetic on this issue.
But in America, we've got a very soft reaction to the terror incidents here, not on the part of the people themselves, but on the part of the authorities. We can't call it Islamic terror, not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to say, well, we're going to keep some Muslims out. You can't do that. We actually, on the part of our authorities, we have a soft response to terrorism and to Muslims. And you know what, Katie, I don't want to see civil strife in this country. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see Muslims attacked. I don't want to see that. Nobody does.
You don't want civil strife. Nobody wants civil strife. But I think the difference here in America is you don't need to create a climate of fear because we already had one. When we were going for Brexit, we had Project Fear. Here in America, people get it. And Trump stands for everything that isn't about fear. You know, I went to one of the protest rallies yesterday for sort of Islamophobia. I went to face up to the people I talk about, and I was prescribed these Islamophobin tablets for people that have Islamophobia. What I say is, I don't have Islamophobia. I have a rational fear of a religion that inspires hate. And I will stand up and say, yes, I am Islamophobic because my fear is actually a rational fear.
Katie Hopkins always goes straight to the point, and that was straight to the point. Katie, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.